final moments of Russian soldiers before being struck with FPV drones by Ukraine's 414th UAV Brigade, the Birds of Magwar. 3 Russian soldiers neutralized by FPV drones. Ukraine's 414th UAV Brigade. A Russian soldier tried desperately to fight off an incoming FPV drone of Ukraine's 414th UAV Brigade, Hungarian Birds. He fired his rifle, used a grenade, and even discarded his weapon in a frantic attempt to escape. The soldier made sudden maneuvers, but the Ukrainian drone operator maintained the pursuit, ultimately incapacitating him after a relentless chase. This engagement once again demonstrates how FPV drones dominate close combat, leaving no safe options for Russian infantry on the front lines. A Russian truck transporting an artillery piece across a damaged bridge in the North Sloboansky direction was targeted and disabled by a Ukrainian FPV drone. A Ukrainian FPV drone pursued a Russian soldier. The soldier, rapidly advancing on an ATV, was unable to break away from the FPV drone. On August 16, 2025, a Russian soldier moving through the ruins was spotted by Ukrainian FPV drone operators. At first, he did not notice the drone tracking him, but once it switched to attack mode, he realized the danger. As the drone closed in, the Russian soldier panicked and began to run. But in the open terrain, his chances of escape were nearly impossible. The drone struck an obstacle, but fragments from the blast ricocheted and struck the Russian soldier, leaving him unable to continue despite his attempt to escape. Similarly, many Russian soldiers in open terrain came under pursuit from FPV drones. They resisted in desperation, but none were able to evade the relentless drone attacks. On August 16, 2025, in one of the frontline sectors, the Skill drone operators of Ukraine's 414th UAV Brigade, also known as the Birds of Magwar, carried out a precise strike mission using first-person view drones. The unit identified a group of Russian troops attempting to hold their ground. The operators skillfully guided their drones toward the positions, maintaining steady control even under battlefield pressure. In just moments, 3 enemy positions were neutralized with pinpoint accuracy. This operation highlights how FPV drones have become one of the most effective tools in Ukraine's defense. The Birds of Magwar continue to demonstrate not only technical mastery, but also tactical precision, striking with speed and efficiency while minimizing risks for their own forces. Every such mission reduces the adversary's ability to sustain the fight and brings Ukraine one step closer to its ultimate goal, defending its people and liberating its land. In KSK, the UA Reg team of the 8th Special Purpose Regiment pursued 2 Russian soldiers after their vehicle became disabled. An FPV drone was launched to track them, forcing the soldiers into a panicked attempt to escape. One of them managed to flee in a different direction, but the other was left alone face to face with the drone. The Russian soldier circled around his ATV, desperately trying to evade the drone. The FPV operator patiently maneuvered, looking for the right angle. The soldier resisted for quite some time, but as the drone closed in, he discharged his weapon directly at it. His attempt, however, triggered the drone's detonation. A Ukrainian FPV drone targeted a Russian military vehicle along a logistics route. The Russian soldier in the vehicle noticed the drone approaching and tried to escape at full speed. He attempted evasive maneuvers but lost control of the vehicle, causing it to overturn, which allowed the drone to strike the vehicle. This time the target was a Russian UAZ vehicle. The soldier had no time to react before coming under pursuit by the drone. In the same way, multiple Russian soldiers in other vehicles were individually pursued by FPV fiber optic drones. Soldiers using older Russian military vehicles were left completely vulnerable against the drones. Repeated drone strikes effectively disabled both personnel and their vehicles, leaving Russian units unable to maneuver or regroup. The Ukrainian 8th Special Purpose Regiment tracked Russian soldiers fleeing in vehicles. Although the FPV drone initially couldn't match their speed, the Russian troops made a critical mistake. They abandoned their vehicles and dispersed. The FPV drone immediately focused on one soldier who struggled to evade it in the open terrain for some time. The Russian soldier tried everything to avoid the drone, but there was nothing nearby to provide cover. He could never find the right moment to shoot it down. The FPV drone, performing rapid maneuvers, relentlessly pursued the exhausted soldier who kept stumbling to the ground. Ukrainian fiber optic FPV drones skillfully targeted and disabled Russian light vehicles, advancing in the Lyman direction. This operation was carried out by the Cygna Battalion. Russian soldiers moving in older model military vehicles were systematically halted by Ukrainian fiber optic drones. Along the same route, numerous vehicles came under the watch of FPV drone operators. Russian soldiers who typically used UAZ vehicles to transport supplies to the front were repeatedly pursued by drone attacks. On August 15, 2025, recon units of Ukraine's 30th Mechanized Brigade located a Russian FPV drone team in the Solidar Donetsk region. Moments later, the building of Salt Mine No. 7, where they were operating, was hit with 2 precise guided strikes. A Ukrainian aviation unit carried out a precision bombing strike on Russian army positions in Tyakino Oblast. The operation targeted fortified Russian positions, disrupting their defensive lines and causing significant losses to both personnel and equipment. Such strikes demonstrate Ukraine's ability to combine aerial precision with intelligence from reconnaissance drones, ensuring minimal collateral effects while maximizing operational impact. The Ukrainian Alliance Division of the 225th Assault Regiment continues to push back Russian forces in the Sumy direction. Ukrainian FPV drones infiltrate all possible hiding spots and pursue Russian soldiers. Here, a soldier revealed his position. When his helmet fell off, the detected Russian soldiers were subsequently targeted with FPV drones and neutralized. Every area was thoroughly scanned, leaving no place to hide. Ukrainian forces increased pressure on Russian troops using drones, ultimately forcing them out of the region.